I got a
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
Tell me if this is a crazy idea. So Malik Beasley is generally ineffective, like not effective at all when Cat, D'Lo, and Edwards is healthy. He's just not. Like if you go back and look at the stats, whenever those guys are healthy, he's terrible. Whenever he's filling in for one of those guys, like as a starter or as a guy who's getting their shots, he's a monster. Um, how crazy is this a crazy idea to say start Malik Beasley over Anthony Edwards?
Hmm.
Play Anthony Edwards 20 minutes a game instead of his 25-30 because whatever's going on with him isn't good right now. So let him come in and just be almost like a Noel where every time he touches it, he's just trying to score, just every single time, like nothing else. And then
I
let Beasley play off Cat and D'Lo, who seem to be kind of in their groove right now, and let Beasley be just the flamethrower on the edge.
I think for a short term, like maybe 3 or 4 games, that would be okay. Maybe to just give Edwards an
Until he gets it
opportunity
back.
to find himself.
Yeah, right.
It's not, but long term, like I
Oh no,
think,
not for
and
years or anything.
no, not even. I'm saying like the rest of the season. Like I don't think that's going to work out. But if it fixes them, if you do it for a couple games, yeah, absolutely. But I also think that that's one of those things where you would have to sit down and ask Anthony Edwards if he would be okay with it, because that dude is he's special, man. He is. He hasn't looked like it recently, but he's special, and he's a huge part of this future. So I definitely think if we go down that road, I don't think it's crazy, but I would definitely sit down with him and say, what do you think about this? Because I respect your ability on
And
this team.
I would assume from what I've seen of Anthony Edwards, he's like, hey, whatever's best for the team kind of
Yeah.
guy. Like I see that being him. But the thing that I'm worried about Anthony Edwards is he's had like 1 20-point game in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in his last 10. He's scored over 20 once. And there's, couple of single digit games in there where he's playing 30 minutes and getting 5, 30 minutes, getting 6, another 5 point in 30 minutes. Like he's not effective right now. He's not doing much. And I don't know if it's rhythm, if it's knee, I don't know what it is. If it's his knee, like we're going to need to rest him more if that helps it. I don't know if it's just a time thing where rest isn't really helping. I don't know, but we're not going to do much if he's not scoring 20 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because it's kind of like what the Wolves did last year, right? But not with Anthony Edwards, but particularly with D'Angelo Russell, when he would come off the bench a little bit. And so, yeah, maybe you show him some old tape of last year's success with that and say, hey, this is kind of the – now, I know D'Lo and Anthony Edwards are different players, definitely. Right. But maybe like if you show them like, hey, this is what it did for D'Lo, maybe this is what it can do for you for a little bit. I don't know. It's an interesting question.
I just think that Beasley is not playing well with those guys. So if he could move to the starters, he could be playing better, possibly worth a shot. And Edwards is not playing well with the starters. Maybe he could move to the bench, and instead of having a guy like Noel as your main get the ball and go to it, or I mean, he wasn't even the guy, but when J-Mac was healthy, but having a guy like Edwards be the hammer on that second unit, that could be deadly.
Mm-hmm. Jared, go ahead.
Yeah, we kind of talked early in the year about our big three scoring 20, a game, and we've kind of transitioned basically based on the play Edwards, but he hasn't been playing well. I think you can into that category with Malik Beasley and Taurean Prince. If one of those three guys isn't getting us 20 and Cat doesn't get us 60, I mean, we're going to struggle. Like we need, no disrespect to Anthony Edwards, but he's put himself in that situation where he's now got to be the third guy, or maybe somebody else. Maybe Beasley's got to score. Like we need those points with how we play.